The part that is touching the barrel is the only part that kind of takes on the flavor of the barrel. So every once in a while you gotta rock them like little babies. So all of the spirit gets to touch the side of the barrel. This is my nursery. My name is Abigail Deirdre Gullo. I work at Sobu here in the French Quarter in New Orleans, Louisiana. Sobu is a beverage-focused restaurant. It's got a Louisiana street food-inspired cuisine that has a touch of the Caribbean from our chef, Juan Carlos Gonzalez, who's from Puerto Rico. One of my favorites on the menu, alligator corn dogs, glazed in this guava jelly. It's really special. I became a bartender in New York City. We would go to diners, and the placemats would have these gorgeous pictures of pink ladies and Rob Roys and Mai Tais, and I couldn't wait to turn 21 so I could order these drinks. And I actually remember being 21 in the Moonstruck Diner on 9th Avenue and trying to order a Rob Roy, and they basically laughed at me. And that's when I realized nobody really made these drinks anymore. But a few people, like Dale DeGroff, Julie Reiner, Audrey Saunders. So I started to seek out these people in New York and fell in love with their style of hospitality and their style of bartending, and spent so much time on one side of the bar that I really became anxious to get on the other side. Watching Sharknado, I realized, you know, one day Louisiana could have a hurricane made out of gators. And this is a Gator-Cane, which means it's got more bite. So you've got the nice taste of the ginger. Now, a real New Orleans cocktail's gotta have some bitters in it. A couple dashes of Peychaud's on the top there. This is New Orleans, and our official drink is the Sazerac. The original Sazerac was a cognac-based drink created right in this neighborhood. You had Antoine Peychaud's pharmacy over on Royal Street, Sewell Taylor, who imported Sazerac brand cognac, and then Aaron Bird's bar, the Exchange Place Coffee House, which is what they called bars back then. So my Sazerac is called the Taylor Bird Sazerac in honor of Sewell Taylor and Aaron Bird, two gentlemen not as well known in the creation of the Sazerac. So it has half cognac and half rye. Instead of white refined sugar, I wanted to use a sugar that would be more authentic to the early 1800s. So I used Steen's cane syrup, which is a local sugar product down here. It's like an overcooked, rich Demerara style syrup, almost halfway to molasses. And it just adds this beautiful richness to the drink, while not making it too sweet, gives it a lot of depth of flavor. Now, most bars will take the glass, put ice, absinthe, or herb stain in the glass and let it sit, and then dump the glass out. And I hate when beautiful liquor is wasted and thrown down the drain. So we freeze our glasses ahead of time, and then we just put our absinthe in a little, like, olive oil sprayer and give it a little spritz. This keeps the absinthe undiluted, evenly coats the glass, adds a nice part of the show, the aromatic show. Our building was the ice house for the area at that time. So those early Sazeracs were quite possibly chilled with ice, stored right here. So I think we have very good Sazerac juju. The magic is very strong in my Sazeracs. Everyone asks, do you have a local whiskey? I always had to say no, until now. We're soon on the market going to have LA1 Louisiana. And look at this, batch number 1. This is the first batch of Louisiana whiskey. My background is in theater, and I loved theater because I loved the community that you were part of. You were part of something, you were so dedicated to it. And I think our style of craft bartending, we love the service aspect. We love the craft of creating a beautiful cocktail. We love the camaraderie of the community that we're a part of. Creating drinks like these on the fly is like my improv skills. In improv, you always say yes. And it's the same thing you do for customers behind the bar. Yes, I can make that for you. Yes, I'll figure out a way to make that for you. That's gorgeous now. This is like a pecan pie in a glass. This would go with our pecan not pie dessert. We should order up one of those. If I have a cocktail tell, like poker players have a tell, I'd say I use a lot of fresh herbs, rosemary, mint, thyme. I said when I get married, I'm gonna have a bouquet of herbs instead of flowers. They're so pretty. Just tattooed. I've always liked my drinks to be simple and approachable, based in the classics, but really fresh and delicious. This is my play on a Fernet and Coke. It has Fernet, it has vodka, it has lemon juice, Saigon cinnamon syrup. This is one of those drinks that you're meant to kind of put your nose into the mint to get to the straw, so that inhaling the aroma of the mint is part of the experience of the drink. One of the things I loved about theater was every day coming and putting on a character and being on stage and entertaining people. I'm very happy that I've kind of found my nightly stage. It's behind the bar. I get to entertain people nightly. I really love working in New Orleans in particular because we have such a strong community, and this is a city that supports its service industry, and it has a wonderful tradition of creating beautiful hospitality for your guests.